I get that. But if you're true to your cause and why you started the business in the first place, you can grow, you can scale, but you have to say, when's enough? Like, when is making enough? And I don't want to make more if it's going to destroy the very thing that I set out to create in the beginning. And with this one restaurant, it happened. Like, I'm like, they're not listening. They're not listening. The regulars aren't showing up. Crash and burn, out of business.
And here's the thing, like revenue is a trailing indicator of that. That's why, to your
It
point,
is.
you
Yeah.
you need to be in touch with those regular customers. You need to make sure that you have an idea of how they feel about things, because you're not going to see the revenue change immediately. That's
Mm-hmm.
going to be something, and when it becomes obvious, it may be too late.
It might be too late. Yeah.
By the time it really shows up that, oh God, like those people that we used to count on during the low season, if we're in a tourist town,
Yep.
that would help us get it through. Because, like, again, I use the Jersey Shore as an example, because I mean, yes, I also have a romantic view of the small town.
Mm-hmm.
Like I grew up in the suburbs, but like I've told you several times, like where I'm at in the suburbs, it's not the suburbs anymore.
Yeah.
It's one
It's the
step below the
city.
city.
Yeah.
It's one step below the city at this point. Um, like we are like, in one of the more densely populated areas of the state, outside of Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and State College.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because everybody lives here and either commutes into Philly or commutes up to New York,
Mm.
because it's a 2-hour train ride
Yeah.
from here to New York. But that aside, like I have this romantic view of the small town. I definitely eventually want to, live in a small town. The Jersey Shore is pretty close. It gives me that taste of it in the off season. But like there's businesses that they are seasonal businesses. They close right after Labor Day, or maybe they go to the first weekend in October, and then they don't open up again until April. But then there are those that are year round, and if they don't keep in touch with their regular customers, they're not going to survive. While they make, and the reason I know some of the stuff is about 20 years ago, right as I was getting out of college, a friend and I were actually looking to open up a business in one of the shore towns. And we
Mm.
were talking with people, and they're like, you will make, depending upon like the type of business, you'll make the amount of money you would make 12 months a year in where I'm at now in 3 to 4 months. But like if you're going to be open all year round, you need to make sure that you take care of the locals and take care of the regulars, because if not, you will go out of business.
Yeah.
Or you got to be really, really good with budgeting, that the money that you make in those 3 to 4 months, tide you over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love that as the takeaway from this conversation. Speaking of regulars, in that, one, don't take them for granted. They are a critical piece to your success as a company. And two, listen to them, especially if you're looking to scale at any type of pace. Use them as your barometer. That are we making decisions to scale in a smart way? Because if your customers, again, either verbally or non-verbally, are telling you they don't like the changes and the experience you're creating, you should listen to them, because they're most likely right.